Hello, families. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a great weekend. It is a cold one out there today, so I hope you're inside, snuggled up warm, maybe having something hot to drink and a yummy snack, and enjoying your Sunday before our busy school week starts back up. This week coming up is a normal school week, so Monday, Tuesday are regular days with our normal schedule. Wednesday is that day that's asynchronous, so we'll have our class meeting in the morning, and then our students have the rest of the day for asynchronous work, or however you're choosing the time to be spent. And then Thursday, Friday are our regular days as well with our normal schedule. On Friday, since it is the day before Halloween, if you celebrate, we are going to be doing kind of like a mystery Halloween costume guessing game as a class. So if your student does want to wear their Halloween costume on Friday, they're welcome to do that. I'm going to send an email with more information. If you are a family that does not celebrate Halloween, that is totally okay. Your student can dress up as their favorite storybook character. And if Halloween is something that you don't celebrate at all and you don't want your student to partake in those activities, I'm totally okay with that too, and they can be excused from it. So that's going to be our afternoon on Friday. We will do some Halloween-ish based activities, and like I said, students are welcome to dress up. So more to come about that. I'll send that through email later in the week. Okay, so let's get into our work of the week. Shared reading this week, we're going to jump into a nonfiction text. It's called The Handiest Things in the World, and we're going to continue to work on those same standards we've been doing, asking and answering questions. We're going to dig a little deeper into main topic and key detail, which, my friends, if you are listening, you remember the main topic is what the text is all about. And our key details are the teeny tiny parts. So we're going to keep working on that. So far, we have really been nailing answering questions. Some of us are getting really good at asking questions. Others need a little bit more work, but that's okay. We're going to keep working on it. And then main topic and key detail, we really did a great job with. So this week, as it being a nonfiction text that we're going to be reading, we're going to be looking more at the photographs and examining those and using that to kind of draw and understand information about it. What I love about this book is it teaches us about all these tools, but then the very end reveals to us that your handiest tool that you have are your actual hands. So we're going to do some paired selections with that as well, but that will be during shared reading time. For phonics, so we have wrapped up with our alphabet. We made it all the way to Z. And remember before I told you that if it seemed like we were kind of just speeding through those, we are. We graze through the whole entire alphabet, and then later on we come back to isolating the different letters throughout the week, and you're really going to start to notice a strong routine. Some things we've been working on, we really have gotten into a nice routine with, which I'm very happy about. But you're going to see it get a little bit deeper and a little heavier the more time passes in the school year for phonics. One thing I really want us to pay attention to are sight words. If we were in school, we would have sight word cards and we would practice them every day. So sight words are showing up for you on that independent choice board, and they go along with those rip out pre-decodable books that you got in that open court book that you got to take home with your take home materials. So it is really important for you to be practicing with your students, even if those books are as easy as can be for them, touching each word and reading them. Some of my students already know all their sight words, and that's great, so it won't be as important for those students to practice reading with those books because they might be reading higher level text. But for my students that are just learning to read, sight words are the first place that we start. So I always remind our students that sight words are words we know by heart. So they are not words that we're going to want to sound out. So for example, the word the, if a student were to try to sound that out right now with what they know about letter sounds, they would say t, eh. Makes no sense. The is a word that I should just be able to see it and read it. So we're memorizing them. So the more that they're seeing them in print and you're helping them to track and identify the words, the easier they're going to be. We are working, Miss Maggard, Miss Evans, and Miss Esposito, our assistants that help in our classroom, are working on compiling rings of sight word cards for everybody to take home, and there will be more information to come about that soon. We are going to do an additional kindergarten pickup day if you are in need of materials. So stay tuned for that. More to come about that. Aside from phonics, moving on to math, we are going to explore with that number rack this week. So I don't know if you remember in your take-home materials, you got those, it was the cardboard rectangle, and it had the white and red beads on it that can be moved. We're going to be using that some this week, so if your students want to have that handy, that would be great. If not, it's not a big deal. I have seen a couple friends on camera kind of playing with the beads and maybe taking them apart. So if they've ended up lost in the mix, not a big deal. We will also be doing that digitally. So the beginning of the Bridges program for math focuses a lot on the 10 frame. So you're going to be seeing that work happening often, but it's going to show up in different ways before we move on to the next skill. Okay? And then what else? I'm looking at my notes. I don't think there's anything else. Remember that Wednesday is that special day in the afternoon for the surprise that my friends have earned. In case you're not telling them, I'm not going to say it. If you have not let me know about that yet, please send me an email to let me know yes or no that you will not be attending. I am looking forward to this week. I miss my students this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's smiling faces on Sunday. If you have any questions, as always, you know where to reach me. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Mwah.